Everybody, welcome back to the Great Jimbabwe play Slay the Spire, the one last ride playthrough. Had a little success last time. We got to our first win as the defect, and we got to a beautiful 2 in a row. So we're no longer at the 1 in a row mark of shame. We'll definitely up the randomness of our character selection as we go along, but for now, let's go ahead and try a run as the Watcher. Haven't beaten anything with the Watcher yet, and excited to get into it. Let's see. So we get our usual starting 2 here. Let's take a peek at the map and see if we can snipe, as is tradition. I think there is no snipe this time. I still think that I'm gonna take the 3 and 3 1 HP enemies, and we'll intend to fight in a. Question is, which one? I don't think we need to hit 2 shops this early. Let's try ooh, the Burning Elite is on the field. For those who don't know, Burning Elite drops a key when defeated, and we will eventually need to pick up some of those keys. Not critical for this run though. We're just going for an Act 3 victory. Let's try the right side. Hope everyone's having a great day. This was one of my in-office days today, so getting to recording a little bit late, but happy to be doing it. Never a bad way to end the day when you're playing Slay the Spire. Take a nice first floor potion. Gonna see a bunch of new cards here. Haven't seen the Watcher yet. So fasting, 3 strength, 3 dexterity, and lose energy at the start of each turn. Pretty significant downside. There are some ways to mitigate that. Let's see, Third Eye gains 7 block, and we see the Scry mechanic for the first time. Scry lets you look at your draw pile and then get rid of cards that you don't want to draw in the near future. Then we have Empty Fist, deal 9 damage, and we also see the stance mechanic come into play. So we're seeing some of those unique Watcher mechanics. Stance for the Watcher. Let's see, I think there's 3 total. It's Calm, Wrath, and Divinity, I think, is what the other one's called. Wrath, take double damage, deal double damage. Calm, when you exit Calm, you gain some energy. And then Divinity, you do triple damage, but very challenging to enter Divinity. There are some creative ways to do it. Let's take some early damage. I think the theme as the Watcher is definitely to, remove things quickly. No matter how dangerous your enemy is, if they're not there, doesn't really matter. Let's see. I think the common term is the stance dance amongst the Slay the Spire community. Let's see. Retain. We can enter Wrath. I think this upgrades to 0 cost. Sanctity gains 6 blocks. The last card we play with this column is a skill. Draw 2 cards. Okay. A card from your discard pile into your hand and retain it, and then enter Calm. I think all of these are pretty takeable. Would have liked to see a little more damage. I think we're going to try and meditate for some control over when we enter Calm. At our first event, and we do get another combat and no attack. Definitely the risk we took when we didn't get an. I guess that wasn't really up to us, huh? But we didn't get an attack on that last floor. So let's see if we get an attack here. Okay, we do get a couple of attacks. We have Tranquility, which is just straight up enter Calm. No major downsides there. You do get to retain it. Quite a few Watcher cards retain. Flurry of Blows. Whenever you change stances, return this from your discard pile to your hand. Very on theme for the Stance Dance build. I'm not sure we have enough to say we're headed that direction. You have a pretty good card. 7 damage for each enemy in combat. I tend to think Bowling Bash is a pretty decent card. Solves a lot of problems early in the run and lets you kind of build towards something. I think we'll try some Bowling Bash. I never really thought about it too much until we started going back to the office, but it makes an enormous difference in how tired I am by the time I see the kids at the end of the day. It's one of those things where you have to really think about staying patient, I would say. I think there is a group out there, though, that enjoys some aspects of being in person, to be honest. There's definitely a little bit of a camaraderie factor. I'm not sure if it's as significant as some folks would have you believe. But we're gonna exit calm here. You'll notice I think we'll gain some energy. Okay, so we get back up to 4. You can play some block. You do want to try to take out the mugger or the looter quickly, so he doesn't take your cash. I do think there are some positives to being in person, at least a little bit of the time. I cannot imagine a situation where I would think it makes sense to be in the office, 5 or more days a week. That just seems silly to me at this point. Particularly for office jobs. Sure, there's certainly some career fields that just demand an in-person presence, but not sure why we as a collective human race would want to put thousands of more cars on the road and sit in traffic together. I think we can find better ways to get to know each other. Let's see. It's Sands of Time. Retain. When retained, lowers cost by 1. So the idea is you hold on to this and then it becomes free eventually. Another bowling bash. Not sure we need 2 bowling bashes. Evaluate. 6 block and an insight. So insight, some delayed card draw. I think Sands of Time feels pretty takeable to me here. There's definitely some retained synergies. It'd be nice to get that bowling bash, wouldn't it? Let's think about this. Don't think we have an obvious, we could take out this guy, but we would be entering Wrath to do it, and I'm not sure that that's advisable. Let's see, so we cannot play Miracle. Should have mentioned, Watcher's starting relic, the Pure Water. Start each combat with a Miracle in your hand. That's just energy on demand. Definitely a useful starting relic. So we can full block if we play the Miracle. I think I'm okay taking a little damage here. We do want to work this wizard down pretty quickly. So we're going to have to consider that. That'd be 20 with the bowling bash. So that's going to... You get the little bowling pin effect. For those who don't know, if you have a certain amount of enemies on the field, so you get to hear the pins there. Always a fun one. I don't think there's any need for us to Miracle into a strike. Not going to waste Miracle on that. So we can exit Stance and Sands of Time if we Miracle at the cost of some damage. Yeah, I think we do want to exit Stance here. Try to work down this guy a little bit. Didn't consider that Meditate would end my turn there. Probably would have been good to block a little bit more. So let's be a little more careful so that we don't lose in an expeditious fashion. All right, we can definitely take this guy out. Yeah, I think we want to exit our Stance. And I think we want to block all of our damage. And now it's coming back to me a little bit. Some of the little nuances, what we're supposed to be doing here. Okay, so we're going to have to be a little more careful. We did get another potion, so we have 3 potions to get us through. Talk to the hand. Deal 5 damage whenever you attack the enemy. Gain 2 block. Very strong against a single enemy. Let's see, Bowling Bash again, and we get deal 7 damage, scry 2, draw 1 card. So a little bit of everything there. Talk to the hand seems like what the doctor ordered to me. Especially if we're going up against an elite. Yeah. So we want to put Talk to the Hand on our friend the Lagavulin and not wake him up. And let's let Sands of Time kind of work its way down. I think entering Calm is fine. Might as well be in a stance that allows us to do something in the future. We might even get a chance to wrath our way into a big Sands of Time. We want to meditate a card back into our hand. Don't think we do. I think we go ahead and let the Sands of Time get cheaper. And we'll probably target waking up the Log of One next turn. And if we have to use a potion, then so be it. Okay. We are not guaranteed to enter Calm. Is that okay? I think it's okay with the talk to the hand. How close are we to a camp? We are next to a campfire. This is risky play. I'm going to try it. Let's see. I think we'll hold on to our miracle. Yeah. We can play the fear potion, get some vulnerable on this guy if it comes to that. Let's hope we draw some attacks or calm here, and this looks pretty good. Do we need to play the fear potion? 24, let's see, 42. I think we do. We definitely did. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's kind of the theme of the Watcher, is do a tremendous amount of damage as quickly as you can. One of those things that I think makes the Watcher probably the strongest of the four characters, but you know, if you're not thinking, things can go off the rails in a hurry. We get our first gold offered to us, our first rare card, an unplayable. When you draw this card, add 2 miracles to your hand. Seems pretty good. As you start at the start of your next turn, enter Wrath. So a little bit of stance going on here, but you also get 2 cards with that. Carve Reality. Deal 6 damage and add a Smite. So kind of a weak attack with the added bonus of a better 1-cost attack in your hand that you also retain. So that you can stack up Smites, pop a Wrath stance in whatever way you can, and then do a ton of damage for a reasonable cost. You know what? First time offered a rare card on the Watcher, I think we take. Now, this is a lot of question marks. I think we are okay to Smith. If things get out of hand, we can always rest at the last rest site before the boss, assuming we get there. I'm looking at this. I kind of remember, I think upgrading Eruption makes it cheaper, which is like a non-negotiable important upgrade early on. The Vigilance gives you some more block. Get 3 miracles. The more damage also might hit the spot. More damage and block seems pretty good. Talk to the Hand might be a future upgrade. Let's do Eruption first. I can't imagine a scenario where Eruption is not a helpful upgrade this early on. We do have access to a little more energy, but... Oh, by the way, we did get the Oddly Smooth Stone. Start each combat with some dexterity. Very helpful. Okay, all of them are attacking. But I think this is another one of those fights where the Explosive Potion is just what you're looking for. Not too many better use cases than that. Okay, if you are in Wrath, gain 9 additional block. Otherwise, gain 3 blocks. So rewards aggressive play style. Deal 8 damage with the last card played this combat was a skill applied vulnerable. Is it double if you upgrade? Yes. Oh, that's good. Especially for a common. Wow. Third Eye. Gain 7 blocks, scry 3. I think all these are pretty good. Crush Joints. I think you could probably tell by my reaction there. The Potion Belt. I feel like we've seen this one quite a few times. You notice the key is now offered in its chest. We're not playing for keys at this point in time. Eventually we will. Push on. Oh, we met the Cleric last time we played, but not in this event. Strange blue humanoid with a golden helm approaches you with a huge smile. Hello, friend. I'm Cleric. Are you interested in my services? The creature shouts loudly. I did not notice before. Cleric is apparently a very loud guy. I think that happens in the other event, too. We can heal 18 HP for 35 gold or remove a card from our deck. Both very good. Definitely want to take one of them. I think if we can get the full 18, which we can, 35 gold is a small price to pay, and then we can upgrade at a future campfire. We have not seen this one, but the fan favorite Living Wall. As you come to a dead end and begin to turn around, walls slam down from the ceiling, trapping you. 3 faces materialize from the walls and speak. Forget what you know, and I'll let you go. I require change to see a new space. If you want to pass me, then you must grow. Fan favorite because all of the choices are good. Remove a card. You can transform a card, or you can upgrade a card. I think we have a couple cards that benefit from an upgrade. I'm debating if a transform tends to be stronger earlier in the run when you have a lot of basic strikes and defense, and you probably want to get rid of them anyway. Basically, you'd rather have anything else in the pool of the character that you're playing. Do we have any critical upgrades? I think Sands of Time and Talk to the Hand would both be helpful. Let's try an upgrade. Let's go ahead and upgrade Sands of Time. That's one of our big attacks. Want to make sure that we have a source of big damage, and we can always pop Wrath. There's a lot of ways we can play that. Try another one. A note for yourself. This is an interesting event. I believe this one was added after I had already started playing Slay the Spire back in the day. But you spot a loose brick within a pillar that catches your eye. You find a folded note in a card inside. It reads, "The heart awaits." This is your handwriting. Take Iron Wave. I guess this does the game preload a card in there for you? That's interesting. So you can take the Ironclad's Iron Wave and then store a card. I'm going to do it because I like to leave a little present for us in the future. We can all be excited when we get the note to ourselves. Write something nice for me, guys. I'm going to put something good in there. Let's call me crazy. I feel like that card could be game breaking on other characters too, so always fun to put something interesting in the note to yourself. Okay, we got 8 damage incoming. We do have a defend. And it is a 6 defend because of our oddly smooth stone. It's so smooth, guys. It's so smooth. You might even say oddly smooth. Can we kill this guy? 16. No. Yes. I think we can, actually. Okay. Very nice. I played the miracle there because we had to play a skill to pop the vulnerable. So I did not waste an energy. Hopefully you'll forgive me if you thought I made an error there. Let's see. Let's block and let's win next turn without taking damage. I think not taking damage seems like a good choice. Let's see. We get a crushed joints like water. At the end of your turn, if you were in calm, gain block. So reward staying in calm. And another one, if you were in calm, draw 3 cards. Otherwise, enter calm. I feel like we probably want to take one of these, right? We do have 2 ways to enter calm right now. I think a little bit of a consistent source of block could be good for us. The wing statue. I think this is another new one for this group. Let's see. Among the stone and boulders, you notice an intricate large blue statue resembling a wing. You find gold spilling from its cracks, so maybe there's more inside. We can remove a card from our deck at the cost of 7 HP or take some gold with no downside. The destroy option does require, I think, a 2-cost attack, or is it an attack that does a certain amount of damage? I think it might be damage based. Probably our Sands of Time would satisfy both those conditions, actually. Let's take some free gold. one of the underlying kind of hidden storylines in Slay the Spire are the cultists. I think the wing statue is intended to lean into that story a little bit. I wonder if Slay the Spire 2 will do it even more. 7 block at calm, that's pretty good. Double vulnerable is a significant upgrade. I think Talk to the Hand is going to be good. You'd like the upgrade, but it's going to be good either way. I'm going to go for the extra vulnerable. And then one day when we do a tier list, we can all debate if that was the right choice. Let's take on the Guardian. Okay, kind of glad to see all of our attacks this turn. I'm a little tempted to go ahead and pop the Miracle. Call me crazy on that one, too. Let's do it. Let's get the vulnerable on this guy. Okay, we spun him in one turn. And we do get some block. Iron Wave maybe actually paying some dividends here. With the Oddly Smooth Stone. And helps us play an attack here. And we can block again. He's doing 9. So we can't attack without taking damage. We'll just, we'll call this one good enough. You know, sometimes I throw out that extra block, even if it doesn't seem like we need it. You just never know when you miscalculated something, and I am known to do that quite frequently. Empty Fist. Leave stance, get more energy, but we cannot block. I don't think there's a downside to putting a card back in our hand, though. Do we want anything to retain here? Crush Joints seems like a reasonable choice. He's also going to attack next turn, so Vigilance not so bad. Let's throw out Meditate. Let's take our Crush Joints back. Might have a shot to play Crush Joints Sands of Time, which is pretty good. Check this out. Yeah, 39 damage is looking good. Now we can also get some block, and we have a power. Yeah, I mean, no reason not to play the power, right? I think we play Iron Wave again. Man, Iron Wave is looking like not so bad again. So in my local county, schools are back in session. And let me tell you, it makes traffic a whole lot worse. But this must be a change, though, because when I was in school, like in high school back in the day, I mean, elementary school and middle school too, but we didn't go back to school until the day after Labor Day every year. That was kind of the, like, the point in time. Every year that wasn't a specific day. It was just always the day after Labor Day. I guess they've cut summer break a little shorter. Seems like the trade-off is more days off during the year. Maybe like a little bit more on the 3-day weekend department. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I kind of enjoyed summer break back in the day. Definitely miss it as an adult. Let's see. Do we want to erupt? We can get out of it. So, yes. We get energy too. Okay. Yeah, 52 damage seems fine. We left Wrath, which I think is fine. We can take back Sands of Time. We're very close to lethal here. I will say, we have a high school right up the street from me. I'm going to get out and watch some football games this year. It was something that was on my radar last year. I tried to bring he wasn't quite a newborn, but my youngest son to see a game. So my family walked up to the school, and we watched exactly one play, and he lost his shit. He was screaming. He does not like loud noises, and it appears that crowds that cheer or boo, depending on which side you're on, upset him. We'll test it again this year. And if he doesn't like it, then I might check out a game solo, or maybe with my daughter. Let's see here. A couple of good cards. Establishment. Whenever a card is retained, reduce its cost by 1 this combat. Master Reality. Whenever a card is created during combat, upgrade it. So I don't think we have anything that gets created yet. But Omniscience. Choose a card in your draw pile and play the card twice and exhaust it. Lots of crazy combos there. Does require 4 energy. With the Watcher, you always have that chance when you have a miracle in hand. Establishment gives us something to work towards, and we already have Sands of Time. Speeds up Sands of Time a little bit. I'll try Establishment. If we see other retains, it might give us a reason to take them. Ooh, one new one here. So we have the Sacred Bark, double the effectiveness of potions. We do have the Potion Belt and 3 potions already, so that's on in the conversation. Let's see, Calling Bell. Upon pickup, obtain a unique curse and 3 relics. I like Calling Bell. I know the curse is a pretty severe downside. Not as many ways to draw with the Watcher, but you can scry pretty readily. So I think this is a mitigatable, is that a word? Mitigatable curse? Maybe. Busted Crown. Gain energy at the start of your turn, but future card rewards have 2 less cards to choose from. I used to think Busted Crown was like an S+ tier relic. I was like, you know, give me the energy. I've got the cards. Let's get to it. No, I don't think that's the case anymore. I think the Busted Crown is maybe on the lower end of energy relics. Definitely still takeable from time to time. But, yeah. First floor Busted Crown is kind of rough, especially if your deck is not, in your mind, complete. So I think, I'm inclined to try the Calling Bell. See if we can get some scry into our deck to mitigate this a little bit. So the Curse of the Bell, unplayable and cannot be removed. Some quality relics here. The Maw Bank, gain gold every floor and goes away if you spend it. Eternal Feather, genuinely one of my favorite relics. Every 5 cards in your deck heal 3 HP at rest sites. Very good. Allows you to upgrade without skipping some healing. And the Unceasing Top. And you have no cards in your hand during your turn, draw a card. Very plausible that we could get there. The curse kind of hurts that a little bit, but not horrible. Going up against the Collector. Is that his name? Is that the Collector? Let's see. I do want to hit a shop. Can we hit this elite or perhaps this elite and hit a shop? Let's go look. There's a shop up here and there's one up here. See an extra campfire, maybe? That's about the same. I'm going to try this this middle path here and hit these question marks. I think we might be exposing one of the problems with our deck is a lack of block. I'm tempted to try Distilled Chaos and see what happens. Okay, we do get some block there, quite a bit of block actually. We can also Erupt, get our energy going. Yeah, and I think we want to smack this guy a little bit. Yeah, we take no damage. Very nice. Yeah. We get our establishment for the first time. Not great. We don't have Sands of Time. Probably would have preferred to block a little bit, but we'll throw a block out there and maybe smack that guy one time. But the Sands of Time will be playable next turn. Block most of it. One of the things my wife and I like to do on holiday weekends is plan kind of game nights for some of our friends, but looks like it might not happen this weekend, but we're getting pretty close to Labor Day here, so we might be planning one there. Quite a few staple games in the mix for us. Very curious what party games you guys would recommend, but one that is the absolute main event for us is Secret Hitler. And we'll talk about that again in a second. Let's take a look at our choices here. We have Crescendo. Saw that earlier. Retain, enter Wrath, and Exhaust. Fear no evil. Deal 8 damage. If the enemy intends to attack, enter Calm. This is a great way to kind of bounce back and forth between Wrath and not taking too much damage. But we do see Perseverance here. Retain, gain 5 block, and when retained, increase the block. We also get the benefit of this synergizing with our Establishment. It would be free to play after 1 turn. Both very good. I'm going to try the Perseverance in the spirit of sticking with our Establishment synergy. But I think there's a case to be made that damage would have been good there. The Old Beggar. We saw this guy last time. I think we're going to see our good friend Cleric should we choose to spend the 75 gold. And look at that. This guy's climbing the spire with us. You are a kind soul. Receive my purification. I think it is high time we cut a basic strike. We can always take more damage cards. Yeah, Secret Hitler, though. Main event. Fascists versus the liberals. And we've had a great mix of great sneaky players and some people that just do not understand the game no matter how many times you play or explain it. That's kind of the fun of game night, though, isn't it? I think everybody's been there before. Let's see. Before you lies an elaborate shrine to an ancient spirit. So there are several shrine events in Slay the Spire. You can get 100 gold with no downside, 275 gold with a severe downside. This is the Golden Shrine, and I want to see the map, not if we were closer to a shop, I would take that curse. I don't think I want to go into an elite fight with a curse, even though there is a shop up there. Let's get aggressive. Yeah, a lot of those games at game night, we try to play a mix of kind of more standard party games. And I would put Secret Hitler is not that complicated, if we're being honest with ourselves. But you know, we try to mix in something like that, and maybe a little bit more of a collection of gamers games, if you will. I would say we play this one, Seven Wonders. I think pretty popular one. I would say that's one of those ones you got to play it once. You know, everyone kind of says it'll make sense as you start to play it, right? And I think it does. Yeah, I think we're gonna pop Perseverance, as much as I hate to give it up. But yeah, usually, you know, you might get a few people watching that one or getting snacks during the more complicated games. But yeah, we have quite a few in the rotation now. Let's see. This is a thinking man's move here. Let's see. Entering calm is pretty good. I'm kind of thinking, like, what if you have vigilance, rush joints, miracle, like water, and then he's vulnerable next turn, and we take no damage? Yeah. Is that good? Maybe. Talk to the hand is fine. Get a little block out there. And we will get our calm benefit again. We will also take damage from regret, which is, do I regret it yet? I don't know. Not yet. Let's see. We can crush joints, eruptions, sands of time. Does that do it? 10, vulnerable. This would be what, like 13 or 12? 12? Gotta do math in my head, guys. Hang on. Need 10. Did I say 10 for this? Yeah. I don't think we get there, unfortunately. So we'll try to get a little block by just getting talk to the hand to pop a little bit. And we are okay. Sands of Time gets the perk of Establishment. Now it's looking like we have a shot here. We can enter calm and get our like water to pop again. Regret is looking like the wrong choice. I don't think I would do that again, given a chance to redo that one. Very on brand for regret, huh? Got 3 potions. Whenever you scry, we don't really scry. So deal 4 damage whenever you scry. Return this from your discard pile to your hand. Similar to Flurry of Blows, but for scry. We want empty body. I do feel like we're lacking block a little bit. Empty fist good too. Let's take empty body. So this is the same as empty fist, except you get block instead of doing damage. Man, both attacking. That's unfortunate. I think we go ahead and play both our... We can Iron Wave. I'm going to hold on to this explosive potion in case this elite is one of the AoE checking fights. There are quite a few of them on the 2nd floor. All right, we got 8 damage coming here. That's really too bad, but we can play... Could play everything. I'm not going to play Eruption, though. And I'm not going to play Miracle just to take 1 less damage. So I brought a game to the table last game night that I thought the first time I played it was a winner for sure. King of Tokyo. A pretty straightforward kind of a dice game with a little bit of a different flavor to it. It's kind of like you're supposed to be monsters fighting in Tokyo, Godzilla style. It did not hit. I was surprised. I thought for sure that people would enjoy that one, but another one, some of the group found it complicated, which I was like shocked by. I was like, this is not a hard game. But maybe I'm being unreasonable. You know what? We're gonna kill this guy. Let's miracle and meditate our Sands of Time back so we get the 0 cost Sands of Time. Is it just me, or does it feel like we're short on block still? We are going to get... no, did I not play like water? I did not play like water. So let's do... let's block this damage. Alright, 31 HP. Is a little spooky going into an elite fight. If it's the Book of Stabbing, I'm getting a little concerned. Actually, we go against any of them, really, because we don't have the Explosive Potion either. Let's see. Empty Mind, draw 2 cards, exit your stance. Kind of a similar card to those other, the Empty Fist and Empty Body. This is actually an uncommon card. Didn't notice that before. Nirvana pre-upgraded whenever you scry game block. We don't have scry in our deck right now. Maybe there's an argument to be made that we should have some scry in our deck. And then collect our first X cost Watcher card. Let's put a Miracle Plus into your hand at the start of your next X turn. So pay all your energy to get energy later. A little hydration here. This feels skippable to me, unfortunately. I think we do need a little help in this deck, but let's see if we can get through the Gremlin Leader. Talk to the hand, very good here. Let's pop our Strength Potion, because I think we want to start getting some insurance on this fight as quickly as we can. Bowling Mash will be 9 for 27. We can take out this guy. Seems well worth it to me. We will not be able to KO the other one, though. So I think we meditate. Well, I mean, yeah, let's meditate. Bowling Bash back. If this guy brings in more minions, Bowling Bash could very well come in handy. I think we can take out the other minion. Yes. We'll play like water. Yeah. I don't think we want to play the miracle here. Let's end our turn there. We have not gotten much luck drawing Sands of Time or Establishment in the way we would like. Let's see. We are going to take... game block, though. Do I want a game block when I'm already going to get 5 blocks? I think the answer is no. Well, by 3. Not what you wanted to see. All right. Is there a way out of this? I'm thinking maybe not. But we can certainly get this guy off the table. I think we're unquestionably going to have to play Miracle here. We can hit this guy. And then my question is, if we Vigilance... Yeah, Vigilance out of Wrath. We will live. Not our strong... Not looking good. We'll see. We do have the benefit of, like, water, so we have a little bit of HP. Is Regret going to kill us? That would be heartbreaking. He's not bringing more minions, I don't think. We can take this guy out. I don't see why you wouldn't. Get as many cards out of our hand as we can. We're going to lose 2 HP. Sands of Time will be free. I'm thinking, is there, like, any conceivable way we get out of this? We are charging at Perseverance. I think Wrath with Sands of Time might be enough. Especially if we get the, vulnerability to pop. I think we can do... We should Empty Fist. Let's get out of Calm. We're going to meditate at the end of the turn after we play Sands of Time. Get it back and try to hold it for Wrath. I think that's the way to do this. Okay. Okay, let's make sure we don't use up all of our energy. And so the question is, we definitely Sands of Time first. Then we want to meditate Sands of Time back. And we have a pretty decent chance to get Eruption. Does Eruption, Sands of Time Strike do it? I think it does. Okay. We found our way out, and, you know, this is one of those things, when you walk the fine line, you know, surviving one fight sometimes is what it takes. We're about to hit a campfire. We'll get the benefit of Eternal Feather. And on top of that, we have the option to rest, which we probably will. Tiny chest again. Every 4th room, or every 4th question mark room is a treasure room. Let's see. Conclude. 16 damage to all enemies and end your turn. We are lacking block in our deck. Card draw might go a long way. We also retain... Let's take Sanctity. When we keep saying we need block, well, there it is. Let's not spit in the face of the Slay the Spire overlords. We are gonna rest. This is a must rest. A little lower on HP than you'd like to be, but not over now. I think we're kind of back in it. We're back at the nest and back in the lore. Long line of hooded figures can be seen entering an unassuming cathedral. And this is back to our choice to take gold, of which we have a lot of, or obtain the Ritual Dagger, which can increase the card's damage permanently by 3. We got this one. We're playing the Silent, I think. That's at the cost of HP, though. And I feel like our HP, you know, not urgent anymore, but still a little on the lower side. I'm going to take the gold, and let's really go hard at this shit. I'm talking, let's get a relic. Let's fill our potion slot. I mean, we got the potion bell, right? We got to fill that thing up. We do get a big treasure chest, 69 gold. Don't say it, people. And whenever you add a power card into your deck, it's pre-upgraded. Always nice. The egg relics always tend to be pretty good. All right, let's see. We can exit our stance, which we don't have, but we can block here. I'm a little tempted to try Bowling Bash, but if we can't knock this guy out of the sky, I think we'll hold off. We'll keep the miracle. Let's see. So we got 2 by 10 damage coming in. If the last card play was a skill, draw 2 cards. I mean, well, we could play the miracle. That's an option. Okay. We are not full blocking yet, but I think we want to go ahead and defend. Meditate. Let's throw the Bowling Bash back into our hand for next turn. We can try to take the bird out of the sky, potentially. And yeah. Yeah, we can absolutely do that. Empty Fist. Establishment. We'll block most of this damage. If this guy comes in with his super debuff, you know what? We will pop the artifact. But there's not a whole lot of use cases that are better than that. 27 damage in a bunch of days. Well, and we can't kill this guy. How about that? Well, we're not going to die, but once again, we find ourselves knocking on the door. I think I've had quite a few misplays in here. But you know how it goes sometimes. I mean, I think we got to block as much as we can, as much as I want to take that guy out. We put some more days into our deck with 0 cost Sands of Time. We can always take this guy down. We can draw 2 cards. I think we'll draw 2 cards. A little dangerous with Regret in our hand, but now the question is that going to kill us? Not with Iron Wave, I don't think. I mean, we got to take out the bird. That's not negotiable. Well, let this be a lesson to us. Regret is a severe penalty. We don't want to take that lightly. We are getting more days. This fight got the better of me. I'm not going to lie to you. We have to block. We don't have an option here. We can Empty Fists. And then I guess we are looking for the most damage we can do. I think we're done. I think we're done. Unbelievable. Well, I'm sorry for the misplays, guys. Let's see. We do have, like, water. Does that save us? No. Absolutely not. Well. By 1. Oh. Well, that's a little bit of a heartbreaker. Let's see. Do we have time for another one? I think we're a little short on time for a second run. One thing that has not come up yet in our initial few runs, we have a little saying in my gamers group called LG, and that means last game. And the idea is that someone calls LG when we're playing a little multiplayer session. No matter what, the next game is the final round, so you want to make it a good one. I'm not going to say we haven't broken the LG rule a couple times. Like, if we hot drop an Apex and get killed in like 3 seconds, we will definitely play another one. But I think for now, we're going to call that one the LG. And just so you know, usually the rule is you call LG before the run, but getting a little late. And I think that I need to go rethink my watcher choices before we try that again. But hey, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And I really enjoy making these videos. I'm having a great time. But until next time, I'll catch you all later. Have a great day.